DMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 16th. Well, we start here with the 5K tick chart. So there was the gap up, and clearly you could see that that was pretty much the end of the major part of the situation. By the time we opened up, as we moved through, it was over in this range. We had a small up, then back, and then another nice little run at the end of it, and then faded back. And of course, you've got perfect timing from a SpaceX standpoint because they just get out publicly, and then you have the Iran deal. A lot of optimism with that. Oil prices fading. That's going to put a big ease on inflationary issues down the road. So all those things great, and obviously even in after hours doing incredible for that view. Um, Still, there are other issues that will, at some point gain attention. But again, you're still looking at these massive deficits that continue to plug away, and that market devaluation is just going to keep sending things higher. So, when I talk about, 85, 9,000 for the S&P, not out of range because it's just going to be a devaluation, particularly as the clock is ticking towards food price inflation. That's the next one. So here was our old line we had from where the original short range was from way back and right back at it. So, but look at the difference though. So from a 50K standpoint, cyan under red, always buy configuration. It's been doing that back and forth for quite a bit on this little up one, but you get the steel complete reset. So any fading that we get within this turns around once you get back over to the plus side of it. Will shorts jump back into it? They become fodder for continually higher, elevations, and that's just a matter of allowing them to enter. They get a little excited, and then you squeeze them, just back and forth. So I don't see any problem. You look at the amount of margin being used in that, and it's staggering, and they have all these parallels to 2000, 2007. But you still have to have a trigger. You have to have something that manifestly is causing the economy to fade. Now, if the Strait of Hormuz thing open works and all that, then you don't have that negative drawdown. So, yeah, those are real things. From a Bitcoin standpoint, slight improvement. Same thing with gold. Though I would expect the acceleration in gold to pick up as time goes on. There's not so much they can do to it. Euro is going to continue its little press because they want to support the EU at all costs. And we look at oil, not as big a decline as you might expect because, again, as I pointed out, you're going to still have to get supply back in line and really start to actually fill things back up. And that's going to take a little bit of time. But, relatively quickly, things should start to stabilize. And then it becomes a question of, does the U.S. set a floor for what the low end price is going to be as they use that for suggesting the refill of the strategic reserve? And then all of the windfall for those companies that borrowed oil from the strategic reserve are going to be able to pay it back at significantly reduced price. So no real economic drain from that standpoint for at least oil companies in that. Talk to the consumer, he's going to have a different opinion. So you can see NASDAQ right back at the highs and S&P literally almost at the exact same spot. It's pretty strong reading. So now we follow the orange, and as soon as orange moves back above green is where you would have your sub configuration. But typically that first uptick, you could see a little bit of softness in it, but I don't think much of anything. I think intraday you'll be able to see it pretty clearly. All in all, good stuff. We'll continue to monitor where things are at, and we'll look at the depth of the market is literally where the real action is going to be, and we'll see the conversion of that into movement from an indicator standpoint. But otherwise, everything's pretty much in line with our expectations. We'll continue to track it. Anything relevant, I'll put it on our team chat. Have a good one. Trade well.